Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Monday Special. Today we're going to be trying out Jeskai's Fires of Invention. Now, of course, we're playing Fires. We have interesting cards like Cavalier of Flames. So it's like an old traditional mono red Cavalier Fires deck. But we're utilizing white and blue. Blue is mainly looks like just for Finks of Foresight, which scries every single upkeep. So we'll see how that pans out. It's not really a card that sees a lot of play traditionally, but I'm excited to see it. And also, of course, this is a Karuga deck, so that's another advantage of the double blue. If you guys like Fires of Invention, let me know down in the comment section. And make sure you let me know, critique this deck as I play it. Of course, it's not mine, but I did get a 5-0, so I'm kind of intrigued to see how it actually performs. We should have a lot of coverage in a lot of the top decks with temporary lockdown. No further ado, let's see the deck in action. And make sure you sub because we're on our way to 1,000 subs, okay? Let's get into it. So the deck list, we have 3 Bone Crushers, 4 Cavs, 4 Phoenix, 4 Moonblessed Clerics to find our Fires of Invention and Binding and Lockdown. So we have a lot of utility enchantments, also available in the Mirror Breaker. And for the most part, we can get away with just being a 3-color deck. We do have a little bit of black Swamp Wise with Savini Triumph. I don't really see any. We have Stomping Grounds. So we can technically, in Headquarters, to enable the domain for Leyland Binding. But outside of that, it's not really a requirement. Sideboard, though, wise, we have 3 Arcana Cruelties for combo decks. We have another Lockdown for aggro, Leyland of the Void for combo-ish Phoenix, and Greasefang. We have Quake Bringer for the Amalia matchup, Chandra for the control matchup. That is our Jeskai Fires for Pioneer. Let's see the deck in action. Where's the Savini Triumphs they go? Battle Sanctuaries, this is Lotus Field. Play another Triumphs, they go. Sanctum, Impulse. Stomping Grounds untapped. I think I play Moonblessed Cleric, because I kind of really need Fires here. And I need to start playing Pressure. Another Impulse. And a Lotus Field. Passes. So we play an untapped land. Play the Fires. Cast Fable. Shove. They go. Okay, so a stage. That might mean his entire turn is just a copy of the Lotus Field. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That is not a bad top deck. We would say yes. Pitch, Temporary Lockdown, Otawara. So we get to cast a free Kenrith and a Cavalier. I'll keep my card. So what I think I want to do is attempt to pump the entire team. And I should be able to do one more time once the Goblin Shaman attacks. Shove. And of course we pump one more time. Got it. So we bring in Archon of Emeria. We definitely go down the lockdowns. Leyline, probably not needed. Is it better than a Bone Crusher? I don't think so. It's probably better than Binding. Run it like that. Reveal the Finks. Plays a Lair and passes. Bindings to the bottom. So I want a Kenrith. Probably. Play a Triumphs, they go. Otawara and a Scrying. Do you get Lotus Field? Yes. I think we don't need to shock them this turn. So they go. And the reason being, I think we really need turn 4 Fires. So the tap land, I'd rather come now instead of 2 turns from now. And I really need to get this Archon down. So there's the Lotus Field. He's not using his mana. And passes. Play an untapped land. And drop down the Archon. Say go. Plays a Vizier. And a tap land. So we play Sacred Foundry, drop down Fires, and Shove. So produce 3 mana, 7 blue, pour over pages. Does Sage use my Fires? Grab a Savini Triumph. Play the Fortress, play a Finks, go to combat, Shove, bounces my Archon. Question is, can he combo off? Untaps, pour over pages. Hidden Strings, and a Dramoka. So we untap. We'll draw the land. So we drop down another Finks. and an Emiria. Say go. Okay, untaps. Languish. That was devastating. Plays a Beseiju and smacks me for 1. Nope. Passes. Play Kenrith. Put a counter on Kenrith. Say go. Okay, finally plays the stage. So you can now make a copy. Copies the Beseiju. Scoops it up. Okay. 1-0. Let's get into the next. Fable Passage. Passes. I don't need Kenrith, but lands do seem fine. Play Headquarters. Say go. Forest. Deeproot Wayfinder. Sacred Foundry. Tap. Say go. We do need a second blue source. Hits me and gets back a Fable. Passage. Another Wayfinder. Another Passage. Passes. Play land. Play Fable. Say go. Because I don't think there's really an enchantment I need right now. Kills my threat. Does Virtue. Cracks a Fable Passage. So he can get both of those back. Oh, he sacks the other one too. And hits me for 4. Gets back 2 lands. And passes. We'll say yes. Get rid of the Moonblessed. Play the Retreat. Drop a Fires. And a Finks. Say go. Cracks the Fable Passage. Gets another Swamp. And shoves. This could mean there's a Fatal Push, but I think I have to risk it. I can't take 4 here. So he gets rid of a Wayfinder. And brings back a Tomb. Okay, gets rid of my Fires. Get a Stomping Grounds tapped. Plays another Tomb. So drains me and mills himself. A Beseiju. Take your Sacred Foundry, I guess. Scry. Cav Bottom. Play the Steam Vents. Give everything haste. Shove for 9. Hits me with Wayfinder. We go to 6. Plays the Curtains. And sees it and gets rid of my Cavalier. Wow. Drew a land. Bottom. Another land. Pick up Karuga. We drop down a Fortress. And play a Karuga. Shove with Finks. Another Curtains. Flips it. Sees our bajillion lands in hand. Oh my gosh. You're going to drop down the Virtue now? Shoves with both. I think I just blocked the Wayfinder. So we go scrying. No more lands, please. Oh my gosh. We drop down the land. Go to combat. Shove. Got it. Against Golgari. Maybe Lockdown's worth it. A lot of his stuff I think are 1-drops and 2-drops. Cut a Bone Crusher. I don't like that. Okay, so I don't need Kenrith. Land. Play Headquarters. Say go. Urborg. Curtains. Play the Retreat. Say go. Thoughtseize. Takes my Lockdown. Plays a Fable Passage. Cracks it. For Forest. Passes. Steam Vents untapped. Fable. Say go. Tap Cottage. Cut down's my little Shaman. I'm going to say no. Retreat. Fires. Finks. Say go. Flips the Curtains. Takes my Binding. And shoves. We take it. Binding Bottom. Flip. Honestly, I don't even think I care about the Stomp. So we'll just cast Double Spell here. Moonbless. And a Bone Crusher. We'll get a Fable. And shove. Got it. 2-0. Let's get into the next. Rogran Triumph. Say go. On a War and a Delver. Play this Divini and say go. Pathway on black and shoves. Play the Steam Vents and a Fable. Say go. Just Warrior Disruption. That happens. Hull of Oracles and shoves. Kaido and draws. Oh, makes a 1-1. Temporary Lockdown. Say go. Goes to Luton. Gets rid of a Drownable Lock. Passes. Say go. Bounces my Lockdown. Smacks me to 15. Draws. Come on, give me a land. I guess that's a land for next turn. Assuming he did that because he has a counter spell, so let's bait it. Say go. It seems weird that you rather have that as a spell than playing it tapped. So reveals a Thoughtseize. Hits me for 3. Probably gonna Thoughtseize me here after drawing. Sleep Fairy. And there's the Thoughtseize. Gets rid of the Lockdown. And puts a counter on the Sleep Fairy. Play the Fires. And a Finks. There you go. Now there's a very good chance he has a removal spell. But I can't not play it. So Liliana, down tick. There goes my threat. We take 3. Down to 9. And they draw a card. Another Delver. Binding. Play the Binding. Get rid of the Kaido. Say go. So thankfully he doesn't flip. Plays a Watery Grave. Thoughtseize. Puts a counter. So shoves me for 5. Upticks. Yeah, this is starting to slip away. We're not finding our 5th land. We take 5 down to 4. And plays another Kaido. Another Binding. There's just no good way of doing this, right? So he could easily untap this. Do we bring in another temporary lockdown? Go down a Moonblast Cleric. Run it like that. Headquarters say go. Pathway on blue and a fairy. Play a tap Foundry say go. Hive and a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I figured it was going to be a Binding. Play a tap land say go. Considers. Another Thoughtseize. Probably takes a Kenrith. Nope, takes a Fires. Let me have another. Probably has a counter spell here then. Alright, Steam Vents, I guess. Untapped. If it gets countered, it gets countered. I'm not really sad if it happens. Yeah. So a river. Untaps the fairy. Shoves. Play a tap land. Play a lockdown. Say go. Denial. That's fine. Plays a hall. Turns on the hive. And shoves for 6. We're at 7. I mean, we're at 9. I think I try to resolve Kenrith here. Play a Triumph. Say go. Shoves for 3. Take it. Another Curse Fairy. And a Pathway. Probably better off not even showing me that. Okay, so first things first. Lockdown. Got it. Run it back. Watery Grave. Fairy. Sure. Passes. Place the Savini Triumph. Say go. Thoughtseize. Takes Binding. And a Pathway on black. Another Thoughtseize. Takes a Fable. Play Rogren Triumph. Say go. Island. And passes. Play Stomping Grounds tapped. Say go. Considers. And activates Fairy. So now he gets to smack us for 3. So we go to 17. We cannot Sphinx yet. So we'll go ahead and try to bait any kind of counter he has. Sure. Pass. Considers. Okay. Pathway on blue and smashes. So now we're tied. Delver. Attempt a lockdown. Say go. Petty Thief. That's reasonable. It just basically forces his fairy to reset. He should have probably bounced it in response to this hitting the board. So plays a hive. Hits me for 1. Fires. Play a fires. Of lockdown. Say go. So this means he probably runs out of borrower. At grave. So you could turn on the hive and hit me for 6. Down to 7. Binding is interesting. So first things first, Sphinx. But I can't kill the hive. So I think I go ahead and I pick up Karuga. So what stinks is I can't use Binding on this hive because of my fires. So I think I just need to play it safe and eat the borrower and say go. In case he has removal. So another fairy. And I guess you turn on the hive. Nope, passes. Must have a counter spell. So we will put that to the bottom. Pray for a land. It worked. Play that said land. So I think I cast Kenrith first. And a Karuga. So attempts to kill it. I will definitely gain some life. And we'll just, I guess, give it trample. The Sphinx trample. So this comes down. We draw a bunch of cards. And shove for 4. Got it. 3-0. Let's get into the wrap up. So what do we learn this week about this deck overall? Like overall, this deck could grind with the best of them. Like a lot of the hands are reasonable as long as you can get to fires and get the 5th land. So that's kind of where the tricky parts about this deck is. I do actively wonder if maybe the color could be dropped. Maybe there's a fires build. It's like Teamer. So we have Growth Spiral. I guess, yeah, then you lose Karuga, but you would gain so much more speed getting to the fires on turn 3. Maybe it's worth it. I wonder if that could be a particular interesting build, just because of the fact that, of course, fires is quite powerful on turn 3, especially if you can get a 4-drop on turn 3. That's actually quite good. But I do get temporary lockdown as just the best thing to be doing on turn 3 to basically pull you back into the match. So I totally understand. If you have any considerations at all for this deck, let me know down in the comment section. overall, I did enjoy this deck. I think this is a deck I wouldn't mind trying again. It has a little bit of a mid-range feel, but also can be quite aggressive, kind of like boats. So I'm definitely intrigued about playing this deck again. So, like I said, any suggestions would be appreciated. And until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out that door. And I'll talk to you soon.